One of the things that's been very important to me over the last couple of years when I make videos about fish, because I am a fish YouTuber, is it's been very important for me to be very upfront and straightforward with what I'm doing with my fish tanks and sharing with all of you any mistakes that I've made along the way. I want to be very clear and saying that I don't think that I'm an expert. I think that I'm someone that's been in the hobby for a long time, and I like to kind of share my journey with what I've done and what I'm doing with all of you out there. Now, a month or two ago, I made a video talking about how I finally got my first discus. I have never kept discus before, and I've kept fish from all over the world. I keep fish, I've got like 30 fish tanks right now. I have fish from East Africa, West Africa, Asia, saltwater fish, live bears, cichlids, mud skippers, all kinds of things going on, brackish water. And I've got this planted tank behind me that has been very successful over the last several months. And I finally decided to get some discus. My friend was giving me some discus, so I figured I would go ahead and give it a shot and see how it went. Well, what I can tell you is it didn't go very well. So some of the discus that I got from my friend, some of them were in good shape, some of them were not in good shape, and I did quarantine them. I put them in a tank all by themselves. I observed them, I medicated them, and I thought that everything was okay. I put them in this tank. Now, this tank is an established tank. It's been up and running. Well, it's been running for years, but it's been a planted tank in its current kind of set up for probably about 10 months or so, 9 or 10 months. You can go back in my videos and see when I set it up. It was sometime last summer, so it's been about 10 plus months or so that it has been a planted tank, but it has been a tank that's been up and running for years, and it's a tank that I've had for a while now. So anyway, it is a high-tech planted tank. I'm running CO2 in there. I've got some highlights for the plants, lots of life in there. We've got corydoras, a whole bunch of corydoras in there. I have shrimp, I have apistogramma, I have a whole bunch of cardinal tetras, snails, etc. And we have discus. Now, originally I started out with 6 of the discus from my friend. A couple of those didn't fare very well. I ended up going to a store and buying some more, put those in quarantine, and did the whole process as well with those. Everything was fine, put them in the tank to join these other discus. Well, what happened is one by one, I started to lose fish. So I started to lose a couple of the original ones that I got from my friend. They weren't looking so great from the beginning. Some of you had commented in that earlier video that said that they didn't look very well. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know if there was some kind of parasite or some disease in those fish that was not able to be treated with the meds that I used to treat for parasites, etc. So maybe they were not able to deal with it, and they did succumb to that disease. But anyway, little by little I started to lose fish. I currently have 2 discus in here. Fingers crossed that they are going to be okay. They seem to be healthy, they're eating, they're active. You can see there's one right there behind me that's super active. The other one's kind of hiding back there behind a plant right now. They just ate, so I don't know what's going on. I've tested the water. Believe me, I've tested the water for nitrate, ammonia, nitrite, all kinds of things. I'm measuring TDS. I'm doing frequent water changes. So I mean, I'm doing a lot of testing. There's not any issue with oxygen level because there's so much aeration going on. The CO2 level is not too high because I do have a CO2 checker. So I'm checking all these different things to make sure that the water is good. Now, if there was some type of catastrophic issue with this tank, then I would expect to see other life in the tank not fare well. So I would expect to find dead cardinals and dead apistos and corydoras not doing well. They're all doing great. Even the shrimp are alive, and I am terrible with shrimp. Those of you that are my friends that I've talked to about shrimp in the past know that I just struggle with shrimp. Even the shrimp in this tank are doing well. Everyone but the discus. So I don't know what's going on, aside from doing some type of necropsy or something and examining the fish. I just, I'm not going to do that. I've actually buried them. So I'm just going to move forward with just continuing to monitor these 2 discus that I have. I don't plan on replacing them. you know, maybe it just wasn't in the cards for me in keeping Discus. I don't know if, you know, if I know that Discus can be sensitive, but again, me being an experienced fish keeper for many, many years, keeping all kinds of fish, I guess it just wasn't in the cards for me with these particular Discus. Maybe there was, again, something that was in those original Discus that was some type of parasite or disease that I wasn't able to treat with the medication that I did put through them. So anyway, we will continue to monitor this. I did want to share this with you guys and let you know what's going on. I think it's very important for me as far as my integrity with all of you to just share when I've made a mistake, or even in this case where I don't feel like I made a mistake. I feel like I've done everything, you know, by the book as far as quarantining and, you know, just doing everything right, temperature, etc. It just didn't work out. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know what's going on with the Discus in case you guys were wondering. So if there's any change in the future, I'll probably let you guys know in a future video or post it on Instagram or anything. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think is going on. I'd love to maybe hear from some of you that are experienced fish keepers that have dealt with Discus before. What you think might be the situation. But anyway, that's all I had for now. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Obviously, it's not a very good topic, but give it a thumbs up anyway. It does help the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.